Hello Virgo, this is Perigaea Tarot. I am here to do your daily reading, and today I'm going to be asking the universe, how does Virgo's person feel? Who is who is thinking of Virgo today and why? And I'm going to specify romantically. Who is thinking of Virgo today with romantic motivations? And why specifically are they thinking about Virgo beyond just their romantic feelings? Who is thinking of Virgo today and how do they feel about Virgo? Who is thinking about Virgo today? This is someone who is thinking about you, who wants to return to you, even though they might feel like you don't want them back. This could be multiple different contexts. Let's get some more specifics. With the Chariot, they definitely want to. They definitely want to come into you. There could be something about a vehicle. They could be a Cancer sign. Let's get another specific for that. Who is thinking about Virgo today? With the Star here, they see you as a wish fulfillment. They could be thinking of trying to find some premise upon which to reach out. Maybe if they feel, oh, okay. So there's some strong emotions here. There's some very strong emotions. This person feels very defensive. They want to come in and defend themselves very ambitiously, because I'm seeing two very complete extremes. So one is absolutely it's over, or one is a fresh, beautiful, brand new start. And they are feeling, this could be somebody who maybe has a drinking issue. There could be some outbursts, or there could be something about behavior, where they maybe have struggled with addiction in the past. And because of this, they have engaged in outbursts or behavior towards you for which they feel very sorry. I'm sensing with this Ace of Cups, they definitely want to come in and apologize for that. I would say, so let's do your full reading here. Who is thinking about Virgo? Yeah, this is someone who feels guarded. Universe, who is thinking about Virgo? Interesting. Who is thinking about Virgo romantically today? Okay. Who is thinking about my Virgo today? And what exactly are they thinking about? Let's make those cards straight as we can. Who is thinking about Virgo today? Interesting. Who is thinking about Virgo today? And how do they feel towards Virgo? Interesting. Okay. So, what I'm seeing here is someone who feels very guarded, or maybe so this is someone who they're guarding their heart specifically. They are very afraid of being emotionally hurt, and so they might have said some words that were overly hostile. They might have been very cutting, or they may have just attempted to push you out entirely because they were uncomfortable with the level of intimacy that was sort of springing up between the two of you. They're trying to guard themselves against how strongly they feel towards you, or how sort of emotionally naked you make them feel. With the Four of Wands in the reverse to the Sun, I'm sensing that there was a relationship here that at the moment you guys are not really together, and they're attempting to portray this image of complete happiness and indifference. They're trying to make it seem like, oh yeah, the sun still shines in my life and right up my ass. Oh, sorry, I mean my butt. You could be dealing with a Leo here, because we have the sun. But yeah, this is someone who is trying to make it seem like, oh yeah, my life's great. No, yeah, I don't need anything from you. Oh, yeah, no. When in reality, they have not moved on. And they feel, this feels like someone who isn't even allowing themselves to face the emotional concept or possible reality of having lost you. It seems like they're just in denial, that they are acting as if this hasn't even happened. They're just sort of dangling in this emotional purgatory where they're not facing what they think could possibly be real. And sometimes, that can be a good thing when it comes to the law of attraction, to a degree. Because if we assume something, if we assume a rejection and then we just delve into that emotion, then we are in essence creating that for ourselves. So, being able to rise above that can be a really positive thing, but to a certain degree and in certain contexts. And so I feel like that's what this person is doing. They're trying to stay risen above the thought that maybe they have lost you, because they saw you as their 10 of Cups person, their ultimate happiness and happily ever after. They saw you as the person with whom they could have a future, maybe a family, and just be completely emotionally fulfilled. So they're just trying not to look at that. I am sensing it is because they care for you. I mean, this is what I'm picking up from this energy, is it's like it doesn't want to show me how it really feels. I'm not picking up on the real vulnerability behind it, because this is someone who they themselves are not really, they don't want that to be seen. But as we dig deeper, we'll see about that. Yeah, it's like they're pretending like it's not over. It hasn't, they're not projecting a future or they're not projecting a positive or negative future. They're just trying to stay in this like purgatory state. With the 6 of Wands here to the 4 of Cups and the 3 of Swords in the reverse, this could have been a third-party situation. We can ask more about that in a moment. But this is someone who they don't want to admit that they might have missed the best thing, that they ever could have had, that which is how they see you. But there is also a pride element to this, because I'm sensing that this person does, maybe they even know that if they were just to reach out to you, that they would be able to maybe work something out with you. But I'm sensing that the reason why here is because of this pride, because of this 6 of Wands and the Sun, very strong sort of Leo energy that can be very prideful. So let's get an oracle card for you guys and see how this person is feeling about you right now. So universe, how is my Virgo's person who is thinking about them today? Ooh, oh yep, there it is. It flipped out. I am scared of rejection. Absolutely. This person they're terrified of being rejected by you. And so they are pretending like they don't care, or like it just isn't, and like it isn't possible for it to be true. Also, I don't understand. So maybe they don't understand where you're coming from. Maybe a recent communication between the two of you was unclear to them. Maybe you thought it was clear, but maybe to them it just kind of it was just lost in translation. It's possible. All right, so let's get some clarifiers for this down here. Ooh, get in there. Okay, so what is this 4 of Pentacles to the Ace of Swords in the reverse for my Virgo's person who is thinking of them? Okay, so the Tower. This is somebody who, despite the fact that they're trying to emanate this image of, I feel like this is, this is about what happened in the past. There could have been a Tower moment where there was extreme drama, I'll say, where out of a desire to protect themselves, they expressed themselves in a way that was, violent verbally. Could have been more, but I'm not necessarily picking up on that, but it could have been that. But see, deep down inside, this is how they feel. They feel the 10 of Pentacles for you, the 2 of Cups, and the 7 of Cups in the reverse. They feel like there really isn't anybody else for them. They really do. They feel like you're the one. What is this? 4 of Pentacles to this Ace of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, with the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, I'd say that this Tower moment caused a break-off of the connection between the two of you, and things have gone silent, and that they have wanted to reach out to you and apologize, but that emotionally they're scared to do it. And then we have 2 Knights here. We have the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands. This could be somebody who it just feels, these are both very aggressive energies. You wouldn't necessarily want to come in with this kind of an energy when you need to apologize to someone, because these are both they're passionate and aggressive, and I feel like together this just feels like defensiveness. It feels like someone just trying to defend themselves rather than apologize, and that's not really proper, you know, when you, yeah. Knight of Cups in the reverse. So Knight of Cups in the reverse can be a really sort of emotionally immature and manipulative energy. Someone who's just trying, not really giving emotionally as they should. They're coming in a way that is emotive, but is more about validating their own emotional experience than somebody else's. And so, you know, it's more like they're passionate, they're aggressive, and they're defensive, but they're just looking to basically protect themselves emotionally rather than give you succor. And with the Emperor here, you could be dealing with an Aries. Yeah, this is someone who frankly, it feels like a very fragile sort of sense of self-esteem or masculinity. That it, you know, don't mean to be mean, but honestly, doesn't feel emotionally healthy. What is this Four of Wands? And you could be, I just saw this as well. There are 3 different knights here, so you could be dealing with not only 2, but maybe 3 individuals here. So what is this Four of Wands in the reverse to the Sun? Yeah, this is somebody who I would definitely say they're throwing themselves into work. Maybe they've got stuff going on at home and they're trying to tell themselves that, you know, oh, I've got all this important stuff going on, so I just need to pay attention to that. And it's like they're trying to be in denial about the fact that that what's going on, you know, is going on, because but it seems, again, for at least one of these people, if you're dealing with more than one, it's more about their desire to deny that they've been rejected, even though they, you know, potentially deserve it. Because yeah, this is someone who is not, it's like this person, this Queen of Swords here, who is guarded. It's like there isn't cooperation, but it's not because she's cruel. It's because this feels like someone who has not actually offered them a proper apology, is what it seems like. So what is this World in the reverse to the Ten of Cups in the reverse? Actually, 1 second, guys. Hey guys, sorry, I hope that didn't give you a jump scare. All right, so what is this World in the reverse to the Ten of Cups in the reverse? So we have the Chariot here. This could be somebody, this person does really want to come in. They really want to charge in. I feel like this is still pertaining to this, because I saw it right before I asked about these 2 cards. It could have something to do with a car, but it feels like somebody who is really wanting to rush in, but without having paid the proper, without having actually done what they need to do emotionally to make things right with you. Without really offering you a proper apology. And again, it has to do with this, I'm scared of rejection. Let's ask the universe, let's get you guys another card here for the middle of the reading. Universe, how does my Virgo's person feel about them? Oh gosh, what do you see in me? So I'm guessing that this is somebody who, though they're very scared of rejection, but they try to give off this image of just absolute pride and perfection, but they really do have some self-esteem issues. And maybe they feel like you are out of their league. And my life is a mess right now. I feel like this person, like we were looking at before, that this is someone who they could be dealing with a lot. It is possible, but I almost feel like they're using that as an excuse just to not have to face the reality of how things stand, and hope that if they just wait long enough that they can come back without actually having to be emotionally honest about what went down between the 2 of you. What is this World in the reverse to the Ten of Cups in the reverse? Yeah, they feel really insecure and full of doubt, and yet even still, that's not an excuse for them to make everything about them and to refuse to offer you a proper apology. They are scared because I feel like what it is that they know they treated you abominably. They treated you in a way that that you did not deserve, and they see you as very worthy and very valuable. And so to face that, they'd have to face that they're kind of a jerk, and they just don't. Something about who they are feels like they have a hard time, facing their faults and actually expecting that they would find forgiveness. Yeah, they're sort of blocking out. They're blocking out. Yeah, and again, they see you as very beautiful, very valuable. They're trying to block out how they really feel about this and the dynamic of this, maybe by trying to bring in third parties and draw admiration from other people. I'm feeling like this definitely could be somebody who has maybe what you would call player tendencies, and by that, someone who really needs their self-esteem to be burgeoned by attention from other people. It's possible. It's not necessarily the situation, but that could be possible in some cases here. What is this Ten of Cups in the reverse? Universe for my Virgos. Yep. Oops. Yeah, they feel, oh my goodness, Hermit to the High Priestess. Those are both you. They feel like, things ending with you would be just the absolute worst because they love you and they see you as so valuable and they really are sorry. But the thing is that the best way that they could show how sorry they are is to just honestly apologize. And it really isn't that hard. What is this Six of Wands to the Four of Cups? The World. Yeah, this is someone who they're afraid that it will happen this way, but they almost see you moving on as inevitable. And so they're trying to play it off. They're trying to basically plan for what they think is going to happen, which is you leaving them and rejecting them. And so they're just trying to set themselves up to be in the best position they can when you do that. With the Wheel of Fortune, yeah, Wheel of Fortune, Six of Wands in the reverse. They don't want to feel like they got left behind, like they got rejected. So they're trying to make themselves, maybe they're trying to set things up so that they feel like a big shot, maybe like they have all these admirers, so that you will feel inadequate, not them. Which again, I have compassion for their pain, but also they're just trying to pawn it off onto you. So it's like, I have compassion for them, but it also is not really kosher. Again, with the Eight of Pentacles to the Devil in the reverse, this is somebody who's trying to work on their, maybe their toxic behaviors. Maybe they have they have a drinking problem, that they are understanding, when I drink, this is when I fly off the handle. This is when I speak aggressively. And they're trying to improve that. They might not be telling you about this. Because I think what it is that deep down, they still want to offer you a cup. They see you as the most compassionate and loving, and they want to be with you, but they're afraid at the moment that they wouldn't have a chance. And so they're just kind of trying to work things back up to maybe take as long as they can in hopes that will cause them to look better in your eyes, or at least for their. But it really, I feel like one of the main things this person is motivated by is their own ego. It's more about like they have to protect their ego, and that's kind of a problem, or at least that could be one of these people that you could be dealing with. It doesn't have to necessarily be. Yeah, this came out in the reverse. It's personal power. And what I'm sensing with this is that this is someone who wants all the power, that this is, and also we have the Leo here, that I think this is definitely like a Leo card, so you could be dealing with the Leo. This is somebody who tries to take all the power for themselves out of a dynamic sorry, I'm losing my words. To compensate for any negative emotions that they might have, or a lack of self-esteem in themselves. It's like they don't balance things out. They actually try to take Oh my goodness, look what just came out. Balance in the reverse. Yeah, so, and that's a Libra card. It's like they created an imbalance because they're trying to compensate for their low self-esteem, but they're doing it by using other people, misusing them. So that's something that I would consider. I think that you could be dealing with there could be a few different timelines, or sorry, a few different situations here where one person is more extreme towards that, and one person, maybe they have a bit of that, but there's more of a spirit of actual compassion and humility where they would be willing to change in their heart. So, you know, that's for you guys to discern. And so I hope this has helped you guys, and I will speak to you tomorrow. And yeah, I hope I will speak to you tomorrow. Bye-bye, guys.